Hey everyone, it's Mindy from the OG Sports Network. Hey, welcome to my show, 15 Major League Plays in Baseball. Every single day we give you free picks here on the channel. And if you aren't really familiar with how it goes, I have a Major League Baseball model. From that model, I then go ahead and track all of my plays on the money line, run line, and total. We then compare those totals, all 6,000 so far, to Vegas opening lines. So there's a reason why Vegas sets the line as they do. There's a lot of smart people there. So all we got to do is beat them just a little bit of the time. We have to find the places where it makes sense to make our wagers, and that's what we do. So I give you a certain confidence level that I know how frequently these plays hit based on my variance and those opening lines. All right. Hopefully you guys are ready for this. We'll bring it to the stage, the presentation, so you don't have to watch me full time. I feel like it's stuck. I feel like it was stuck for a second. All right. All we were doing is bringing it to the stage. Oh, goodness. I tell you, always something going on with this. All right. Let's get going here. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. But we can start it. All right. We have the Cubs versus the Pirates. We have Hendricks on the mound for the Cubbies. 3.92 over his last five. 6.33 this season versus Paul Skeens. Of course, he's dealing 2.76 over his last five, 2.16 this season. Pirates coming off a pretty big showing there the last couple days, putting up an 8 spot there a couple times. But yeah, the Pirates offense right now, they're slugging the ball around, crunching it. That's what they're doing. It's out there doing 955 on base slugging. Also right now, if you take a look at where the Pirates, what they're doing, they're actually 12.9% higher than the Cubs over their last 5 games. So we are going to be on Paul Skeens and the money line today with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Have them actually winning by 2, 5-3. This one comes in at 61.5% of the time. All right. My Royals versus the Guardians. Now, did I think I hear that right? That they moved into first place? How can that be? We have Waka on the mound, 2.25 over his last 5. 3.32 this season versus Tanner Bybee. He's awesome. 3.22 over his last 5. 3.46 this season. Sounds like a pretty good pitching matchup here today. But the Royals, they've been giving it to these Cleveland Guardians team. But yeah, the Guardians offense, they're only hitting 200 right now. Royals offense, on the other hand, they're slugging the ball around 858. Royals offense has scored 1.66 more runs than this Cleveland team, and they're actually batting 8.4% higher than the Guardians. So we're going to go ahead and be on the Royals. We're going to take them plus 1.5 here. Have it a virtual tie, 3-3. But the edge goes to the Royals team, 64.6% of the time. All right. Astros, Phillies. Phillies took it to the Astros there last night, but you got R.N. Getty for the Astros. 2.93 over his last 5 games, 4.94 this season. We have a Walker. He's elevated 9.26 over his last 5, 6.26 this season. Phillies offense. We know that they're always hot. I mean, not always, but this time around, in the short term, they've been hot. They've been averaging 1.5 more runs of offense than their season-long average. Also, 4.975 higher than their average over the last 5 games. And then, of course, the Phillies offense in that positive offensive impact. They are 13.2% higher than the league average for all of the offensive categories that you can think of. Batting average, runs scored, all that kind of good stuff. Phillies right now hitting 304. We like it. We like it. All this is going to help getting the total over. You see that right there, right? So we got not so great at pitching. Plus the Phillies have been out there crushing the ball. So we're going to go ahead and go over this total. It comes in at 10. The total here is 53.8% of the time. Rays and Mariners. Mariners almost got it yesterday. Rasmussen on the mound, 2.7 over his last 5. Mariners starting pitcher is Luis Castillo, 4.91 over his last 5, 3.66 this season. Rays bullpen always getting it done, 1.445% lower than this Marlins team. Marlins offense, they've been doing better than the good old Seattle Mariners that are batting 202. I talk about it every single day. But we're going to go ahead and you see it right there. See that run line? Minus or at plus 152. And we have the Rays here actually winning 4-2. So this is one of those that we are going to take the Rays and we're going to lay it. And we're going to get huge plus money in this game. I mean, huge. We're going to do it. All right. Rays run line 67.9% of the time when we have this spot with our variance. We like it. Next. All right. The Angels versus the Tigers. We got Canning on the mound, 5.72 over his last 5.18 this season. Looks like they're starting Engler. That's right. I don't have any stats for him. He's one of those that looks like more than likely he's always only going to go ahead and pitch that first inning. So we're looking at a bullpen game here again. The Tigers do this. I don't know why. Do we think it helps? I've seen them do a lot in softball. Not so sure if it throws the batters off in baseball. I think they're too good for that. Unless you're the Angels. They hit 187. But the Tigers, they've scored 3.33 more runs than the Angels over their last 5. Tigers offense is 10.4% higher than the Angels. You can see we always usually like that number. We got all of them yesterday at minus 145 with our variance. So this is one of those good categories for us. Comes in at 62.7. Let's take the Tigers. They win 5-4. The text play of the day between Beto and Cruz. Who we taking? Who we going to be on? What's the score? We don't know. But to find out, all you got to do is text the word win, WIN, to 223-203-1821. And we will shoot this play over to you today. You also get something in the WNBA there as well. 8% of the time. So shoot me over a text. We'll get this play out to you right away. Oh, and then back to back, huh? It's the Yankees and the Nationals is our VIP play of the day. So this gives us the highest confidence factor of the day. Comes in at 68.4. The text play is our second highest. The VIP account, you guys, has been totally crushing it. So we have now won our last 10 plays. So we are dealing. Our number one play, our confidence level has been getting it done. So if you want this one, all you got to do is get over to ogcappers.com. You could go to the All Cappers tab, find the VIP account, and you can purchase this play. And then make sure you use the promo OG15 to save you 15% off of purchase. All right. We got Blue Jays and Red Sox. Bassett on the mound, elevated 7.27 over his last 3, 4.41 over the 2024 season. We then have Bayo on the mound, 3.81 over his last 5, 4.9 this season. Blue Jays offense, they're scoring usually about 1.5 more runs than their season-long average over the last 5 games, except for yesterday. And then, of course, the Blue Jays offense, they're actually scoring 2.35 more runs than this Red Sox team. So we were on this play yesterday. We didn't quite get it. They gave up a couple 3 spots. But today, again, we're going to go ahead and take the Blue Jays on the run line. This one comes in at 64.7%. Let's do it. Braves and Twins. Sale. 2.37 over his last 5. 2.62 this season. Very steady. Twins, Festa, 3.27 over his last 5, 5.52 this season. So dealing here in the short term for Festa. Braves are coming off a pretty big showing here the last couple days. They're slugging the ball around, 795 of offensive greatness. Right now we have today the Atlanta Braves winning modeled 5-3. And taking them on the money line at minus 155 with our variance comes in at 59.1% of the time. Let's do this. All right. Padres and Cardinals. My guy, Musgrove, microscopic ERA, 0.57. That's right. But that's over his last 5. 4.43, though, this season. Versus Paliente, 3.68 over his last 5, 3.84 this season. Padres, they're just not hitting the ball, you guys. They're 4.5% lower than their season average suddenly. Now, look at the confidence that this Cardinals team has. They're 12.5% more than the Padres right now. So it looks like even though we have this great starting pitching with Musgrove, we're not going to be able to get it in the long run. So we're going to go ahead and go with this run line with the Cardinals. It comes in at 59.6% of the time. The home team also wins in this spot 5.1% more. So we're playing the odds. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, that's all we did. All right, Rangers, White Sox. It looks like they got to finish a rain-soaked game perhaps from yesterday before they get to this one, but it's Jack Leiter. He's, coming out of the bullpen. And then we got Flexen on the mound here for the Sox. He's 5.82 over his last 5.34 this season. Rangers offense right now, they're actually not being great. They are 8.5% lower than the league average on those offensive impact categories, right? So everything run score, batting average, on base. Rangers offense only hitting 219, while the White Sox offense, that's right, they're like, it's funny, 100% better. 100% better over their last 5 games than they normally do on offense. The White Sox offense right now is 4.3% higher than the Rangers team and 43% better than the Rangers over the last 5 head-to-head. Goodness. We have a great spot to take some plus money with the White Sox. Yeah, it's hard to believe, that's for sure. But modeling has it right here. White Sox 6, Texas Rangers 5, comes in at 64.1%. If we're not so chicken, we can take the Sox on the money line. Get a little bit of plus money. Stuck. I think we're going to go here. Hold on. Next. Doesn't want to go. Oh, am I going too far now? Too far now? Oh, goodness. Yeah, look at that. We just totally crushed it through there. Now we got it. All right. We got the Giants and the Brewers. Harrison, 5.59 over his last 5 for this 2024 season versus Freddie Peralta, 3.54 over his last 3 games, 3.86 this season. Brewers offense is hot. They're averaging 6.32 runs per game over their last 5, 1.5 more runs than their season-long average. Right now, the Brew Crew, they're 12.9% higher than the league average in all of those offensive impact categories. They've scored 2.32 more runs than the Giants, and the offense is hitting 3.8% better than the San Francisco Giants team. We're going to be all over the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line. Comes in at 64.3%. We have them victorious here, 5-4, leaning to that over. It's being difficult. Why? Why are you being difficult today? There we go. It's the Marlins and the Rockies. It is Mr. Meyer, 7.46 over his last 5 games, 5.44 this season. Rockies starting pitcher is Kevin Freeland, 4.67 over his last 5, 5.7 this season. I mean, there's not too much good to say about all of this. This was our number 1 play yesterday. The Colorado Rockies total got way over. It looks like it's getting there again, but our best play of the day is going to be this Marlins team on the run line. So we will take them plus 1.5 here in this one. I still have the Rockies winning 7-6 in a close 1-run ball game, but the run line comes in at 62.5%. We will take those odds to the bank. Mets and Diamondbacks. Severino, 5 ERA over his last 5, 3.84 this season, versus Rodriguez, 3.94 over his last 5 and for this season. Diamondbacks offense, they're hot. They're staying hot. That's for sure. 1.5 more runs than their season-long average. They put up a 7th spot here in the most recent couple games. And of course, the Diamondbacks offense, they're hitting 4.4% better than their season-long average right now. They're hitting about 10.2% better than the Mets. Diamondbacks offense hitting 305. We like that. Let's take the D-backs here. Minus 125 on the money line. Have them winning 5-4 at 64.3%. Let's do it. Orioles and the Dodgers. Man, the O's nipped them. That's for sure. The old blue there had lots of opportunities. Lots. Like you have Ohtani up there at the plate. You got 2 runners on, bottom of 5, all that kind of stuff. Couldn't get it done. 7.24 today for Burns over his last 5, 3.28 this season versus Buehler, 7.36 over his last 5, 609 this season. Dodgers bullpen, they're great. 1.14 less than the Orioles. The Dodgers offense, even though they couldn't get it done, is still 8.6% higher than the league average for all of the offensive impact categories. Orioles offense only batting 207. Dodgers normally scoring 1.67 more than the Orioles and are 14.1% higher over the last 5. So we will be back on LA. Now, this is one that you guys are going to yell at me about because look, we have LA on the run line. So we are going to lay the 1.5 runs. And you're like, but the modeling doesn't say that. So I get it, right? So sometimes the scoring model gets throughout this whole process, right? It gets rounded and rounded and rounded and rounded, right? And so I have the actual numbers on the back end, but when we get to the presentation, it rounds it to a 5-5 ball game. All right. So we still have it going over the total, but the play here is going to be on the run line, land the 1.5 with our modeling and these odds. All right. So that is probably all what? Clear as mud, right? You're like, thanks, Mindy, for that last one. But I assure you that is going to be the play, even though the modeling or the score doesn't say so on the presentation. We do our best with making sure we get out good numbers for you. And because you don't want to be like, the score says 3.8759 pi. All right, you guys. Hey, that's all I have. Make sure you check out Bo's video series. He has some Major League Baseball out there for you. Also, check out Solo. He's got some WNBA plays for you today, 2 of them. So make sure you get there and see those as well. You can find those in our shorts section throughout the day. We'll make sure we get out those text plays. Do my best getting those out timely for you as well. A lot of times in the morning, I'm still making sure that, we have the pitchers that we thought we're going to be out there pitching. And then, of course, we have to sometimes wait for data for WNBA. All right, you guys. Hey, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. Have fun. Bye.